I don't want to manage anybody. I don't want to have to check in with them. I don't want to have to tell them what to do. How am I going to pay somebody a stable salary when my own salary is not very stable?
This place is so barren.
That is a petrified log.
Oh, wow. Let's just look around first so we know which direction back to the car. Are you serious? Like, where all I see is rocks. All right, Epic Friday. I'm waiting for Greg to come. We're not doing something too extreme, but I will explain later. All right, where are we going?
We're going to a place called the Bisti.
Where?
Bisti Badlands in Mexico.
Okay. And what's there?
Very unique terrain, petrified logs, rock formations that look like mushrooms, big dunes where we can maybe jump the Bronco.
Nice.
And yeah, it's just a unique terrain.
Cool.
Now today's kind of a chill day. There's no ropes, no crampons, no exhaustion.
And we got Aspen.
And we got Aspen.
Say hello, Aspen. That's cool.
The dinosaur head is
Yeah.
found out here.
Yeah. This is crazy out here.
No trail.
Just walk.
Just go. Just go.
Hopefully we don't get lost.
I got you.
Oh, no.
Hey,
you just told me last time
hey,
you were here, you guys
trust
got
me.
lost.
Trust me.
Danger word. Danger word. Let's go explore, which that's what we're doing. And trust me. And the last part, if we hear,
Follow me.
follow me, or we're almost there. It's a lie. These mushrooms. Probably all the water comes through and washes. That's probably what it is.
Imagine how hot it gets here in the summertime.
Oh, brutal.
All right, so I got a question for you.
Okay. Oh gosh.
No, this is a serious question. When you decided to pull the trigger and start your own business, that obviously was a risk. And then when you hired your first employee, that was less money out of your pocket. How did you kind of get to that decision point to be like, you know what, I need to hire 1 employee, 2 employees, 3 employees?
It took me a while, right? Well, I mean, I was kind of forced to do my own business because I was fired from every single job.
But there's a difference between working for yourself and working by yourself than, okay, now I've got to take money out of my own pocket to hire people.
Well, but I think that there was more fear for working for someone else than fear for failing to create my own business. Plus, I loved kind of the unknowns, kind of like going on, walking out here, going like, we're in the middle of freaking nowhere. Like, there's not much there. But I mean, I remember when I hired, Timmy was the first person I hired. And I just remember, I mean, even back then I realized time was very valuable. I couldn't, like, I wanted more, but I needed to sell. Because I kept having my income go, like, I would sell something, I would have to deliver. But then, like, I would be at a high when I sold, but then I had to deliver, but then my revenue went back down because I wasn't selling. And so I realized, man, I needed to hire someone to do the design so I could go out and sell.
Because that's a problem I struggle with right now, is letting go of stuff that needs to get done. I don't trust anybody and I don't want to pay anybody. Well, and so now I'm limited.
I think the thing is that I talk to a lot of people is they don't want to manage anybody.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because and that's how I am. I'm a horrible manager. I don't want to manage anybody. I want them to manage themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So what I've realized in the past years is you hire the right people that manage themselves. All you have to do is give them direction.
You know, as I think about my business, which is investing, you know, I could hire like an analyst, pay him maybe 80 grand a year to go out and just source deals, you know, and then I could, you know, I got all the connections with the money to do the investments, but I find it difficult to then like offload that deal sourcing.
But think about the opportunity cost, both from being able to do things like this. Like last week we hiked Engineer, attempted to hike it. This year we're on the moon. But it's kind of like I was telling you earlier, there's a couple deals that I'm looking to, right? Like, so, you know, my business is all about building community with agency owners. But if you go back to, you know, like what the vision for creating this was to be a resource I wish I had for agencies, which then you start looking at going, there's a lot of other challenges that they have, whether it be finding project managers, you know, what do I use AI for? All these different things that I'm looking at. How do I get a piece of these companies or bring that in? Now, it would mean less revenue for me in the short term, but in the long term, it's a bigger piece of the pie. And you're really not making decisions based on money for the short term. You're making decisions based on what the overall goal is. And I think when I hired my first couple people at the agency, I think I was too young and dumb to realize that.
Was there a certain monetary level that made you feel comfortable? Like you're bringing in, you know, $250 a year, $300, $500, and so you're like, okay, now I can spend $100 on somebody else. Like what financial level made it feel, or was that not even a part of the conversation? It was just like, I need to scale my time. I don't care what it costs.
It was more later on. It was more the time.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was just I didn't know what I was doing. Honestly, like I don't think we all know. I didn't know what an invoice was when someone asked me to send them an invoice.
You're like, here's a receipt.
I was like, I didn't want to like back then go like, what's an invoice? So I went to my dad, but I couldn't go to Google,
right?
Because Google didn't exist.
When was this? Google
99.
Came. I was gonna say Google came in like 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 99. This was after Prodigy. You remember?
Yeah, I remember, right? Prodigy Internet. And yeah. This was during the AOL.com days.
This was a little toward the end of AOL days. Yeah. So yeah, we had fax machines. Like I was big time.
Dial up. 2400 baud.
Yeah, you definitely need dial up out here. Look at this.
All right, let's go see if we can climb something.
All right. Cool. Almost lost it.
Imagine taking your bike like this, right like that.
Oh yeah, I'd do it.
I'd do it too.
And then you'd be like down there.
Just like that. Right?
Yeah, just like that. Aspen. Look at this petrified wood. Wow. Oh, there's another log.
Oh yeah.
How old are petrified logs?
Here's an answer from gemstones.com.
50 to 500 million years old.
No.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. How heavy?
That's probably 150, 200 pounds.
Wow. Here's some more. In here. All right, so what's the big holdback of you hiring someone to help you more often and building a bigger team?
So my income is highly variable per year. And so there's no stability. And so that unpredictable revenue stream causes fear that how am I going to pay somebody a stable salary when my own salary is not very stable.
But
so that's number one. Number two is your exact message of, I don't want to manage anybody. I don't want to have to check in with them. I don't want to have to tell them what to do. I love my life and the freedom of time that I have right now.
But do you think you could get more if
I
you found the
probably
right
could.
person that could manage them
Absolutely.
themselves?
Absolutely.
And you just give them direction, and then that could build you more stable
Yes.
revenue source?
Yes. And I've thought about doing that with my son. At a certain point, my son will become of working age.
Then you get into a bad situation like, son, I've been paying you all your whole life. I'm not paying you anymore.
I'm building this empire for you.
I'm swiping my last dollar. Sorry, kids. Before I go out.
Yeah, no, but it's a great point. And one reason why I asked is because there is I just hired this remote worker down in Columbia to do kind of basic accounting, and that's freed up a bunch of time.
So what about this? What if you hired a contractor that, well, I guess they are looking for a stable salary, but then you don't have to, you find these contractors
Here's the other
out of
thing
the country.
too. I have hired somebody in the past, and then after 2 years, I just spent all this time training and had massive plans, and then all of a sudden they decide, I don't like dealing with capitalists, and so I know that log is just unbelievable.
Check out this log. I mean, look at that. That's a huge tree.
I mean, and it goes all the way down.
Yeah.
Like, here's the trunk right here. That is so cool, dude. And then it's like, oh, this section just fell.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, that's what you get with two ADD people.
So the other thing, so I've hired somebody, and then after 2 years, I spent all this time and effort training them, and they left.
Well, but
And I was like, well, that sucks.
okay, so did you record any of the training?
No, but I have heard of. Have you heard of Loom?
Yes, yes.
I just found out about Loom.
Do you know, I went out to dinner with Joe last night, and this 54-year-old got a divorce, and he comes up to Joe, he goes, have you heard of Facebook? That's not as bad, but
I just heard of Loom. I've never used it.
yeah. But
I need to use
what
it.
I always tell everybody is record as you're training someone, record everything. So and that's the last time you ever have to do it.
I agree. Yeah. I will be doing that.
So then you have even more time.
If I'm not retired by then.
Danger word. Greg just said we're doing a little detour.
We got one more thing to see.
What?
It's called the Rock Garden.
Are you serious? Like, where all I see is rocks. So I know the other thing that I didn't figure out for a long time was when you're afraid to hire someone, it's a lot of times you're not charging enough. And a lot of times I know what you charge. You're not charging enough.
I would agree with that.
So
I gave that advice to somebody. He was a mechanical contractor. He was complaining about how busy he was. So just start raising your rates until.
well, you know my motto. I have a t-shirt that says if you're too busy, you're not charging enough.
I know. That's where I got it. I gave him that advice, and he started doing that. He's like, Greg, that's the best advice I've ever heard.
I know. It's kind of a drinking game in our mastermind when I say it. Or I say create a podcast. But it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, what, people want me to lie to them? All right, objective number 1 was to see petrified wood. Objective number 2 is to jump the Bronco.
How many feet can we get?
shouldn't let Greg do this. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, oh, ah! He's gonna break my toy. He broke it. He broke it. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you want more content like this, make sure you click on the link on the screen or check out your most popular podcast platform where the full episode is there. And until next time, have a swank day. What are you doing? Go check it out. Click on the link. I'll see you soon.